I'm going to show you guys how Erykah Badu and the Alchemist flipped a classic sample, and so you can flip it yourself. Let's get into it. And for those that don't know, Erykah Badu actually makes beats, man. Don't sleep on Low Down Loretta Brown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to break down exactly what was done. Well, not exactly. I'm going to do my interpretation. And it doesn't matter what DAW you're using. Just get the concept. You know what I'm saying? Erykah Badu and the Alchemist have a single out called Next to You. Shout out your favorite Erykah Badu song and your favorite Alchemist beat, especially for you Alchemist heads. So the original sample is called Born to Lose by Ecstasy, Passion, and Pain. Right? It's pretty slow. But the way Alchemist did it was he chopped it, and you can see I have 3 divisions, right? This first one, he did not use that because you notice there's a crash cymbal at the beginning, right? And also, let me change the key because he actually tuned it up 5 half steps. So now it sounds like this. And then look where he chops it. That's where he starts it. Instead of starting it here, he starts it here. But he doesn't play that whole chop. He only plays up to here. So you have this chop and then this chop. Notice it starts at the snare. See that? So together it sounds like this. See that? See that loop? Check it out. That's it. This is why your chop game got to be nice. You got to pay attention to little details like that, man. I want to show you guys, if you wanted to do this from scratch, I'll break it down even further. And I'm using all stock sounds, by the way. And if you follow me on my Patreon page, I'm going to provide wave and MIDI files because I have an organ and the bass line. So let's start with the organ. I'm going to show you the organ. So I kind of changed the key a little bit too, by the way, but it's the same chords. So the first chord is going to be a G minor. Second chord is going to be an A flat major 7. That's it. Got that? G, B flat, D. Second chord, A flat major 7. A flat, C, E flat, and G. That's it. It's only 2 chords. It's only 2 chords. A basic minor triad and a major 7. So you could use that chord progression in any beat that you want, like you want to make from scratch. Use those 2 chords. That's a little easy tip right there, right? The organ is just a vintage B3. Again, this is a stock sound. Use whatever organ you want. Let's add the bass line. Hope y'all can hear this. Super simple. Notice there's a little slide on that bass note too. I want y'all to hear that. Hear that? Right here. And actually there's another pitch bend down on one of these last notes. So that's how you can get that just using a pitch bend automation. So together it sounds like this. That's it. And then the drums is just a boom bap beat, man. These are also stock sounds, by the way. But I had to make it sound beefier, so I had to add Serato hex effects. What setting did I use? I used the J-Filt boom bap drum. So if you happen to have this plug in, you can copy this exact thing. So this is what it sounds like with the hex effects. Oh, right? Let's play all 3 together. Hey. Cool. That's how you could do it from scratch. And we're going to come back to that. So what Alchemist did was he took that sample we just talked about, right? And made a beat called The Realest for Mobb Deep that came out in the 90s. Fast forward to now. Sent that beat. He might have did some tweaking to it sonically. I'm not sure. But sent that to Erykah Badu. And then she just did her thing to it and added to it. So now we're going to talk about that. Towards the end of the beat, she adds like some synthesizers to it and like her own vocals. And I really appreciate what she did because she left the drums and then added like more melodies. Now we're going to take the organ out and the bass out. So we have just the drums, right? So Erykah Badu took the drums and did her own thing to it. Now let's start with the bass. She added this crazy synth bass, right? I'm going to show you the bass that I'm using to kind of emulate that sound. Add the drums with it. Right? Now that bass is straight retro synth, man. And then I have an auto filter on it. Right? And then I noticed she added like some keyboards on there too. Real small stuff, man. Now what I'm playing is not exactly what she did. I'm just giving you an idea. All right? So something simple like this. Right? I got a delay on the keys. And then she added like some type of guitar synth. I'm not sure if it was a real guitar, but I just did my own thing to it. All 3 parts. Right? So basically, Erykah Badu is adding like a simplistic little spice to it with her spiritual textures and all that stuff. And then her vocal textures. So now let's go and add some vocal textures to this. And what I'm using for that is an Apple loop. Sounds like this. I thought it was dope. I'm basically using the same concepts. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of record these vocals as if it's like another instrument. So we just added 4 new parts to those drums. So we started out with this, right? So that's basically like the beginning of Next to You. Then Erykah takes out the bass, takes out the organ, and puts in bass line, right? Vocals. And a lead sound. And I think she even adds even more textures, you know, like effect sounds and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm not going to do all that. So there you have it. Now, here's the fun part. You can do all this yourself and then flip it again to make it your very own, right? So what I'm going to do is select these 4 tracks, bounce that into place. In other words, create a whole new sample. So now I have this. Right? What we're going to do now is chop this up. So let's drag this into Quick Sampler. And now I can chop this again and just slice it and see what that sounds like. Let's also change the pitch. Oh, now let's add the drums and see what we can come up with. There you go. There you have it, man. So that's basically the idea, man. You can flip it in your own way. Once again, I will leave links down below if you want to grab those samples, you know what I'm saying, the MIDI files and the audio files of the bass line and also the organ That's if you are a member of my Patreon page. All right. So I will leave down below the links. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you like this, you know what I'm saying? And also, if you like this type of video, just let me know in the comments below. I have a whole playlist of Alchemist inspired beat techniques. It's your man J Field. I'm sending peace and positive energy. Yeah.